An Australian teenager who had hacked Apple's systems over several months and downloaded sensitive data avoided a jail term recently. As the court heard, he was fascinated by the tech giant and found accessing its networks addictive. The now adult defendant, who was 16 at the time of the hacking, began accessing Apple's internal systems and copying data and authentication keys, a magistrate told a children's court. The company contacted the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Australian police subsequently raided his home. The court said it was sustained, sophisticated, and a successful attack on the security of a major multinational corporation. No conviction was recorded against the teenager, who pled guilty to 2 charges, and he was given an 8-month probation order. The hacking took place over 2 periods, between June 2015 and November 2016, and in April of 2017. The teenager's lawyer had argued it began innocently as a result of his fascination with Apple and love of information technology. In an interview with the police, the defendant said part of the appeal was just being in the corporation pretending you were employees, and that accessing the networks had been addictive. Under Australian law, the names of other parties in the case and the precise location of the court also can't be disclosed to protect the defendant's identity. Apple said that customers' personal data wasn't compromised and that staff had discovered the unauthorized access, contained it, and reported it to law enforcement. The teenager exploited a virtual private network used by authorized people to connect remotely into Apple's internal systems. Helped by other youth, he later sent a computer script to the system which created a secure shell tunnel, a method of accessing systems and bypassing firewalls, enabling them to remove data more quickly. During the attacks, the teenager was able to access internal security policies and to save authentication keys. After being detected and blocked in November of 2016, the defendant and the second person succeeded in briefly regaining access to Apple systems last year, according to the magistrate. A search of the teenager's home recovered 2 Apple MacBook laptops and a hard drive that contained a folder labeled Hacky Hack Methods Exclude, which included 12 files on methods to infiltrate or bypass Apple's security. Australian investigators discovered about 1 terabyte of data sensitive both from a privacy and commercial point of view that had been copied from Apple systems. An ongoing investigation by Australian police may result in other people being interviewed or charged. Evidence against a second teenager has been sent to the Office of the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions. One of the charges in the case related to unauthorized and reckless modification of data carries a maximum sentence for an adult of 10 years in jail, while a second offense of unauthorized access of data is punishable by as much as 2 years in jail. The court had the ability to impose potential jail terms of 2 years for one charge and 12 months for the other, but sentencing of juveniles is focused on rehabilitation, and the defendant had shown remorse and cooperated with authorities.